Hey guys, it's Steve here from BetterGamerZone, just bringing you a quick video guide for LEGO Lord of the Rings. In this video we're just going to cover off all of the collectible item locations on the Amon Hen mission. To start off with here, we're going to need a bow of some sort. We've picked up the Mithril cluster bow. You can get the plans for that in the Path of Caradhras mission, so check out our video to see where the plans are located. So just shoot the first target there, which is a first of 6 statues that we actually need to hit throughout the mission. We'll speed things up here a little bit because there are a few parts in this mission where there's not a huge amount going on. The next important bit to look out for is when you throw the block at the hand statue, you can smash through the remaining part of the statue here at the back, and that will reveal the first collectible Minikit location. Head up and just carry on across to the right hand side. And the next important section is just when you come to the bit with a ton of smashable blocks here that you need to build a catapult. On the right hand side there's the second of 6 statues. There's actually 3 statues to collect during the part with Frodo, and then 3 with the rest of the team that you use later. So build the catapult up, chuck that across, and that'll knock the giant stone head down from above. And what we're going to do now is just head over to where Boromir's moving over to, pick up the Lego block on the way, and we're just going to chuck that up. You can see there's 2 locations that we can chuck things up to. Just going to chuck up to the left hand side. When Boromir runs off, we're just going to use the bow to shoot the target, which will actually release the boulder for the second attack, which will break down the second Minikit piece from where the head statue was. So just head back towards the front of the screen here, and we can just rebuild the catapult. Launch it again, and following a little cutscene, the next Minikit piece will be released. So we're just going to head over and pick that one up now. Up and over the tree. And there we go, that's the second collectible Minikit piece that we can get. The third item on this mission you can't actually get until you've picked up the blacksmithing plans for the Mithril rope on this mission. And you actually pick up the item from this location here where you chuck the stone to knock down the owl. So remember this for later, because we're going to come back here right at the end of the mission and redo this section. But for now, the third statue is just on the right hand side there, so that should leave you with 3 out of 6 and 2 Minikit pieces before finishing this section with Frodo. So once you've moved through the cutscene, you'll regain control of your characters, and we're just going to use Sam here, use his rope, climb up, and pick up the first of 3 items that we need for the frying pan, so the tomato. Head across to the right, and you'll see a patch of soil, and in the patch of soil is actually an egg that will break in a moment when it pops up. There we go. And then we're just going to head across to the left hand side here. Using a strong character, we're actually going to use the Berserker that you can pick up just outside of Helm's Deep. Pull out the orange handle, and we're just going to head inside. This bit can be a bit tricky to see sometimes, but there's actually a patch of soil right at the back here that you can dig up, and it's actually got a fish, which is the last bit that you need for the frying pan. So all we're going to do now, head outside, and on the fire here that you would usually use to break down the barrier at the beginning, you can actually put the frying pan on top of there, which will distract the ghost that's stood on top of the chest here. Once that's done, it'll release the first item, which is the arrow helmet. So just head round, pick that one up, and that's the first item. We're just going to switch out to Aragorn. The 4th statue that we need is just in front of you there, and then there's actually the first of 4 Morgul blocks just in where we picked up the arrow helmet. Head across to the right hand side of the screen, and the second of 4 Morgul blocks that we need is on the right hand side. And we're just going to switch up to Sam, use his rope on the statue here, and we need to use Gandalf to rebuild it. So starting with the back right hand side block, then the front block, and then the remaining block, you can rebuild the statue, and then they'll turn and face each other if you've rebuilt them in the right order, and release the next Minikit piece. All we need to do now is just carry on through the next section of the mission. So burn away the barrier at the beginning, head through, use Legolas to shoot down the nest so that you can build up the springboard to jump up. And once you get to the section where you smash through the tree with Gimli, take note that the 5th statue is just on the left hand side here. So just hit that one. We're just going to carry on now. Switch up to Legolas, jump up on the right hand side and jump across, and you'll notice that the 3rd of 4 Morgul blocks is on the right hand side. So just switch up to Aragorn, smash that up, and on this next section here we're actually going to push the tallest of 2 pedestals here across to the right hand side, and then push the shortest one up next to it. Switch out to Legolas, and we're just going to jump up onto the tallest one, and as you can see there's actually a handle that you can jump onto on the rock face, and then jump in and round to the right, and you'll pick up the 4th Minikit piece. Carry on through until you smash down the tree with Gimli, and you'll actually want to bring out Frodo for this next bit, because under the pass here there's actually a section that you can light up with your Light of Elendil. All we need to do, beat up the incredibly powerful Lego piece inside, and you can pick up the 5th Minikit piece. All we're going to do now is use Sam to build things up here after pulling down the Lego blocks. Push the statue off the end here, and using Aragorn, you got the 4th of 4 Morgul blocks on the right hand side, the 6th statue, and then obviously just track to move through to the next bit. So you should have 7 Minikit pieces and 1 item before moving on. So take out the first group of enemies here, and once the screen is clear of enemies, just switch up to the Berserker, and using his bombs, smash down the Mithril blocks on the left hand side, and you'll pick up the 2nd item, which is the Uruk sword. Carry on through to the right here, use Sam to dig up the or to plant the seed on the left hand side, and then we can just jump up and grab the next Minikit piece. All we need to do, switch up to Gimli. We're just going to smash through the next bits. One thing to note here, before killing all of the enemies on the screen, head down to the right hand side and move towards the front of the screen. It can be a bit difficult to find sometimes, but pick out the Berserker, take out his bomb, and you can smash away this Mithril covered entrance here. It'll take you through to a secret area. Using Sam to begin with, just use his Mithril rope, jump up, switch out to Legolas. We're just going to hit the first target just on the right hand side here. Build up the blocks, and then we're just going to jump up here, and again, then across to the right hand side, set the fire with Sam, and all that's left for us to do now is just wait for the fire to clear. We can crawl through this little crawl space here. And then I always find this a bit easy using Legolas. So just jump up, smash through the top of the building, and you can pick up the 9th Minikit piece. Once you've got 9 Minikit pieces and 2 items, you're fine to clear off the rest of the enemies, which was actually just 1 on this bit. So, and that'll start the boss fight. On this part, head over to the right, use Sam's rope just to pull down the block on the right hand side here, which will actually start the next bit where you can pick up the Minikit piece. You just need to switch to Legolas, and there's actually 6 targets dotted around the map. I think it's either 4 or 5 located at the back of the map, and then there's a couple towards the front. As you can see here, one to the left hand side at the front, one to the right hand side at the front, and then the final one is actually just up at the back here, and that'll give you Minikit piece number 10. An easy way to collect the blacksmithing plans, which is actually just on the statue next to Lurtz, is actually just to shoot the statue with Legolas first, and then switch out to a hobbit. Then all you need to do, head straight up and just run across to the right and pick up the blacksmithing plans. And by this point, what you'll find is that you've got 10 Minikit pieces, the blacksmithing plan, and 2 items. What you're actually going to need to do now is just finish the mission and head over and craft the Mithril rope, which you just picked up the blacksmithing plan for, and then we need to head back to the place where we knocked the owl down to move Boromir away. Switch to the Mithril rope that you crafted, head up, and using an item such as the Mithril shockwave axe, which is located on an earlier mission, just jump up and smash down, and that will release the final item, which is the stop wand. And once you pick that up, that should be 10 out of 10 Minikit pieces, blacksmithing plans, and 3 out of 3 items. I hope the video helps. Please leave any comments below and subscribe to my channel for future achievement videos. Thanks.